Okay, enough of that. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, let's play some game. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep my mind occupied because I'm a little annoyed. So I figured let's play a game. Who do I want to log in as? Let's see if we can get some more marks for our fleet stuff. Can you defeat the no-win scenario? Yes. Definitely. Absolutely. 100%. Yes. We can do the no fleet scenario. The win no scenario. The snow win scenario. Okay, sure. Alright, what do we got? Let's see. Do I have any marks? I have no marks. And wow, and I have no ore. Well, poopies. Let me see. Oh, we got a triple. Just gonna discard this little guy. I do have an octopus. I'm sorry, a nanov. There he is. He's not really an octopus because he has, you know, he has 6 legs. So he's a hexapus? I guess that's what he is. Yeah, there he is. He's a nanov. He does have 6 eyes. So yeah, he's actually a really great pet. He's really nice. Yeah, he's just chilling. And he'll follow you around. Yay! Read memorial. Is there a memorial here? She misses Rom. Stop missing Rom. I don't think many people miss Rom. I think there's only like maybe 1,000 people that miss Rom. What's Rom? Okay, you can go away now. Do do do. Do 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 do. Yeah, this is me doing just a lot of busy stuff right now. Which I actually don't mind in this game. A lot of this game has to do with just, like, management. you just manage things. You gotta manage your duty officers, you gotta manage your assignments, you gotta manage all these various dailies. We're getting a little low on marks there. How much more do I... Oh, 193. Okay, so we can do at least one more. Put you there. Oh, wow, we don't have enough marks. I'm 1 mark short. Ugh. That's too bad. Iconian. Terran. I can go get some Terran stuff. Oh. Oh. Tier 2. This is the game I play when I just feel like hanging out and doing not much. Because why not? Let's see. Specialty. Oh, pilot. Oh, wow. I actually do not have very many points in this. What about my miracle work? Oh, that's where most of my stuff is. It miracle worker. Okay. Well, that makes more sense. Why was I putting... Why was I putting them in pilot? Maneuvering thrusters, attack patterns. I do have 3 points to spend, so I guess we'll do some Eat My Dust. Desperate Flight, Eat My Dust 2 for defense. Okay. There we go. Oh, rock and roll. There we go. That's actually good. Excellent. Okay, you're all done. And now I should have a little bit of dilithium. I do still need to go get some fleet marks. Let's see, how's this project looking? Wow, we're almost done. Well, actually, no, we're not. We still got a long way to go. Oh boy. Yeah, we still need almost 300,000 dilithium. And still need like 5,000 more. Any news? What do you mean news? Oh, you missed it. If you didn't read Discord, you missed it. Something happened like an hour ago. Maybe a little more than an hour, like an hour and a half ago now. Ooh, wow, all failures. Yeah, remember a few months ago, I got really upset because a lot of my stuff started getting stolen. Like in March, I had a package for my business that got stolen. I was pretty pissed about that. And then before that, in February, my laundry got stolen. I'm sure you remember that. Yeah, you remember that. Well, I kind of always knew, like I had that, that gut feeling that it was the people that live across from me, the people that have been giving me problems all this time. Well, things had kind of quieted down on that front for some time. Like I hadn't had any problems with them. And then like in the past week or so, it started, starting up again. And I was just sitting here, and then I heard Jerry, yes, that guy who's not supposed to be here. I heard him outside my door arguing with somebody, from that other apartment. And it just started getting on my nerves. So I opened up the door, and there's Jerry and this woman. I have no idea who she was, but she's not on the lease for that apartment as far as I know. So she's not really supposed to be there. Jerry's definitely not supposed to be there. So I go out there to see what's going on, and I look down, and there's like some clothing and stuff, that's just kind of like there, kind of strewn on like this chair that's outside their door. And I look, and sure enough, my laundry that was stolen in February, in that laundry was a very distinct green blanket from a very uncommon company. And sure enough, there it was. And I knew it was it because it has a very distinctive patch sewn into the blanket itself. And I looked at it and I just immediately said, that's my blanket that was stolen. And I looked up at both of them and they were just like, oh crap. So I was like, what in the world? And I looked over it just to be absolutely certain. I was like, yes, this is 100% my blanket. And I said, how in the world, and at first they were just, Jerry, first thing he says is, I didn't steal nothing, I don't steal. And then I looked at the woman and she's just like, I have no idea where it came from. I'm like, really? I'm like, okay, so Jerry says he didn't steal it. You say you didn't steal it. How in the world did you all come into possession of it? And they just looked at me like, ugh. I mean, just completely red-handed busted. And both of them were just like, yeah. They didn't know what to say. And she was even like, oh, well, if it's yours, you should take it. You should take it if it's yours. And that little bit right there that she said really led me to believe that she knew it was stolen. She at the very least knew it was stolen. Now, if she's the person that actually did it, I don't know. But I caught them there red-handed, both of them. Because again, like I said, back, in February, I was like, I had that gut feeling that they had something to do with it. Because before they moved in, I had never had a problem with things going missing, things getting stolen, anything like that. Then suddenly they move in, and not only am I getting things stolen from, but my neighbors are getting their packages stolen. And I'm like, this all started when they moved in. And I'm like, that's what led me to believe that they have at least something to do with it. I'm not saying they're responsible for every single instance of that happening. But again, like I said, everything was perfectly fine before they got here. They get here, suddenly the cops are showing up here all the time. There's tons of noise complaints. There's tons of arguing. It smells horrible. There's people coming in and out of their apartment at all hours. Packages start going missing. Not only was my laundry stolen, but I had actually talked to a couple of other people, and they've had their laundry stolen too. So I'm thinking, because there was like a bunch of clothes and stuff there along with my blanket. I looked at those clothes and I'm like, and I just kind of thought for a second, I wonder how many of those clothes belong to other people that live here. And I'm pretty sure that at least some of that stuff was among the items that have been stolen over time. Well, see, that's the thing. I don't know if Jerry took it. And to be quite honest, as bad as he has looked, I honestly don't think it was him. I really don't. I think it was that woman. Because she is sketchy as hell, man. Like, really sketchy. Like, you can just look at her and you can tell. You can just immediately tell that there's something going on there. Like, if I were a cop and I rolled up to a scene and I saw her, I'd be like, there's a good chance she did something. Now, again, like I said, when it comes to things like that, you gotta withhold judgment because you just don't know. But, like I said, I had that gut feeling that I didn't know if it was Jerry. I didn't know if it was Diana. Diana's the woman who is actually on the lease there. And then there's that other woman that was there. I have no idea who this other woman is. And like I said, I don't know if she's on the lease because the maximum occupancy for apartments of this size is 2 people. So it could be Diana and it could be that woman. I don't know. But I've seen a hell of a lot more people than just them 2 coming in and out of that apartment. So, like I said, I don't know who took it. All I know is I caught them red-handed with my stolen items. And like I said, as soon as I saw it and I picked it up and I examined it, I knew it was mine. And she's like, oh, well if that's yours, you should take it. You should take it back if it's yours. And I took it. Because it was mine. I'm like, you're damn right I'm taking this. And again, I brought it inside and it smells. It smells so bad. Because it's one of those really thick, kind of woolly blankets. And it really absorbs smells really, pretty easily. And they smoke and they have dogs and stuff, so it smells. But I'm almost like looking forward to taking it to the laundromat now and washing it so I can use it again. But yeah, right then and there, man. How does she look? She looks like she's on something. I mean, like I said, not only does she look sketchy, but she just, I've spent some time in the hood, if you know what I mean. I know I don't have an accent or anything like that when it comes to that sort of thing. But I grew up in an area of the city for at least part of my childhood where things were not always on the up and up. We'll just say that. And so when you spend time in areas like that, you start to get to know. And again, I'm not making any assumptions about you, Dre. I don't know where you grew up or anything like that. But when you live in an area like that, you just know. You get that feeling about people just by kind of looking at them, seeing how they act, how high or low their voice is. Do they make eye contact with you? Stuff like that, like a lot of body language. And you can just tell. And that's why I was saying when I looked at that woman, I was like, she is definitely not telling me, throw that thing away. No, I am not throwing this blanket away. This blanket, and that's the biggest reason why I was like, I am taking my blanket back. I have had that blanket, now that it's back with me, I've had it for almost 20 years. And it's still in very good shape. I'm going to wash the heck out of it. Like I said, I'm going to take it to the laundromat. I'm going to run it through and let it, let the washing machine do its duty. Put a little extra detergent in there. And, there's no stains or anything like that on it. It just smells like cigarettes. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that it's still in very usable shape. Wash it 2 times? I might. But I'm thankful that it's still in very usable shape. You took my laundry and you're out there looking fabulous in it. You're out there in my bed sheets because that's what was taken. They stole when my laundry got stolen. They stole my bed sheets. They stole my blanket, which I now have back, and they stole a couple of towels. That's what they took. They didn't take like clothing. Thankfully, I'd be just as pissed if they'd stolen clothing from me. But ever since, and that's the thing, is again, ever since that happened, that incident happened, I don't trust the laundromat here anymore. I don't. Since then, since February, I have not used it. Now, whenever I need to do laundry, I usually go in the middle of the night, about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I go to this laundromat that's about 3 or 4 miles from here, and it's actually pretty nice. It's very well lit. It's very bright. And they've got a ton of machines, and overall, it's actually slightly cheaper. The only thing is that obviously it's not on the premises, so I have to actually go out there and let the machines do their thing. But like I said, it is a little bit cheaper overall. I save like $1 or so doing my laundry, because I usually go out there when I have at least 2 loads of laundry to go. Usually it's like regular clothing and then like bedding and stuff and towels. So I'll just go out there and I'll do that. So I've been doing that for the last several months. And even now that I know that it's them, I'm still not trusting the laundry place here. I'm going to keep going to that other place. And the funny thing is, at that other place, and I think I don't know if I mentioned it to you, Dre, but there is a crackhead that hangs out there. The last time I went there, she kept asking me for cigarettes. And I kept telling her, I'm like, dude, I don't have any cigarettes. Why do you keep asking me? So yeah, she was a little cracked out. Well, down here, it's not so much crack, it's more meth. The people down here, whenever they get into bad, nasty drugs down here, it's not crack, it's meth. So I'm guessing that's probably what they were dealing with there. Or sometimes heroin, although heroin is a little... It's not nearly as common down here. But down here, it's a lot of weed, which, I mean, I don't even call it weed's not even a drug. But yeah, a lot of people do meth. A lot of people. Pretty much everybody that's an addict down here, it's either alcohol or meth. That's it. So y'all don't have a dryer? Yes, we have a dryer. In fact, they stole it out of the dryer. That was the biggest slap in the face too, because I had already washed it. I had put it in the dryer, and you have to pay for the dryer. It's like I think to dry here is like $1.25 or something. So I had already put it in the dryer, and I paid so that the dryer would dry my clothes. So not only am I out my laundry, but I'm also out the money that I spent to have my stuff laundered. So it was like a little extra slap in the face. Not only did they steal my stuff, but they waited until I washed it and dried it for them so that they could steal it. I was like, wow, thanks. We have washers and dryers. But the washer and dryers that they have here, like half the time, half of them are broken. Like ever since I had mentioned to you all before that this place was sold about 2 years ago now. It was sold. So the previous owner, it was just a guy that owned this place. He was local, but he was getting up there in age, from what I understand. He was an older guy now, and so he was like, I'm cashing out, I'm getting out of this. Which is understandable, because when you like hit your 70s, you don't want to have to worry about this kind of stuff. I thought you were I am looking for a new location. But again, with everything that's going on, rent is expensive, man. Everywhere, rent is super expensive. And so I have to make a choice. It's like, well, do I stay here, and have a little, negotiating power because I've been here so long? Or do I try and go somewhere else and hope to get somewhere even close to what I'm paying right now? Because as it is right now, I'm fine. I'm able to pay all my bills and still have a little money left over and everything. And then, of course, the business helps. If some kind of unexpected expense comes along, I can dip into my business account and quote unquote borrow the money, so to speak, until I'm able to get that money back. What am I paying for rent? So that's the weirdest thing was this. I signed my lease back in... Was it... Wow, it really wasn't that long ago, was it? Yeah, it was July. It was like right at the end of June. That's right, yeah, it was like... I signed the lease like the last week of June, and so it started in July. And strangely enough, my rent did not go up. Right now, with all my fees and everything, I'm paying like $650. $650, which is actually really, really good, which is why I'm kind of like, maybe I don't want to move because there is no other place out there right now. Even a place that's, you know, just as good as this place. Because, I mean, like I said, I've said it many times before, this place is kind of old. You know, the buildings are old. The grounds are old, but they do their best to try and keep it up. And that's why the rent is so cheap, because it is an older place. And so that's why I'm like, well, I could try to find another place, but I'm probably not going to find any other place that's anywhere near $650. Anywhere else is going to be far more expensive. $650. But the apartment, like I said, it's an older property. The location's actually not bad, all things considered. I'm not far from the beach at all. I'm actually really, really close to this place called Hewitt Drive, which is where a lot of millionaires live. Like, I could literally go outside and be at Hewitt Drive in like 3 minutes. It's like right there. So we're actually in a pretty nice area of the city, all things considered. But again, like I said, the buildings are old. Things are a little, you know, dated. Like the appliances that I have, like my stove that I have, I'm telling you, that thing was probably made in like 1986. No joke. It's an old stove. It still works. So I guess that's good. Same thing with my fridge. My fridge is old. It was definitely made like in the 80s or maybe the early 90s. But it's at least 30 years old. But again, it still works. So I'm not really complaining. I just like, as long as they work and as long as they're relatively efficient, it's fine. But yeah, if I were to move to some other place, another thing I was going to mention is this apartment isn't that big. It's, I think, 675 square feet, which may seem like a lot, but some of that space is wasted, which is unfortunate. I'd probably say at least 50 to 60 square feet is completely wasted and not really usable. So it's kind of more like having like a 620 square foot apartment, which still isn't bad. But the biggest reason I was thinking of moving was because I'm running out of space, because my business is getting too big. Again, like I have this one whole section of my living room that's just all dedicated to trading cards now. The rent my sister pays $600 to $700 in your house, 5 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, 3 baths, 1 basement. See, if I could find a place like that, I wouldn't have to worry about space. Where was I going to go? Oh yeah, I was going to go to oops, not there. Fleet Starbase, there we go. But yeah, I was looking around and I was thinking, if I don't stay here in my city, I had considered maybe moving to San Antonio simply because there are certain benefits to living in San Antonio. One, that's where most of my family is now. My mother's there, my stepdad's there, my nephew is there, my sister is there, my nieces are there, and then my brother is just a hop, skip, and a jump up in Austin. So we'd all be a lot closer. But the biggest hurdle to that is that things are much more expensive in San Antonio. Like rent in San Antonio, even for like a little studio apartment that's like 450 square feet, is like $1,000. And I'm like, oof, there's no way I could squeeze into 450 square feet. Because even as it is right now, like I said, with my usable space at about 625, I am pretty much out of room. If I want to keep expanding my business, I'm gonna have to find a bigger spot. That's another reason why I was thinking about just buying a house. But the housing market again was just insane for the longest time. Now it's starting to cool down a little bit, but on the flip side is whereas housing prices are starting to kind of level off more, now interest rates are going up because the Fed hiked up interest rates, which, you know, stinks. So it kind of is the same thing. But yeah, that's why I was thinking about getting a house. But even the houses I was looking at here locally, they were just insanely overpriced. Like for absolute trash places, they were just really overpriced. Now I'm curious. Now I want to actually go look again. Because it's been a couple of months since I've looked. Let me see, what website was I using? Let's see, homes for sale in my area. There's Trulia, there's Remax, and there's Zillow. I guess I'll try Zillow. Oh wow, there are a ton of houses for sale here. But again, they're going to be expensive. Let's see. I'll just see what the dirt cheapest option is. We'll start at 45,000 and I'll go to say 125,000, which is like my upper limit. Because again, it's just, unfortunately, it's just me. I'm not, I don't have anybody else to get another income from. You heard mansions in Texas are cheap. Not anymore. No way. Like the house that my mom lives in now, that thing was almost $400,000. And it's not very big. It is not very big at all. But it's just her and my stepdad. So it's not like they need a huge house. It does have 3 bedrooms, and the 2 extra bedrooms are pretty small. But again, it's just them usually. They occasionally have guests, but for holidays, but it's just them. So it didn't really make sense to go and spend like $1 million on a house with 5 bedrooms and all that stuff. So, but yeah, mansions here are not cheap. No way. It depends also where you buy them. If you buy them like out in the country, they're not that expensive, all things considered. But if you buy them like in a city, like in Dallas or Houston, Austin, San Antonio, even here, they're not cheap anymore. We actually have a ton of mansions because we have Ocean Drive, which is again right by the ocean. So there's tons of them there. Pretty much every single house that's right there on Ocean Drive is pretty much considered a quote unquote a mansion. And I think the cheapest house on Ocean Drive is probably like $2 million. They're like super cheap, and they almost never go up for sale because the people that own them bought them way back in the day when they were able to get them for like, $150,000 back in like the 60s and 70s. So of course now they don't want to sell them because, they're worth a ton of money. Got to get the roof fixed again. The roof is expensive. It's one of those things, man. That's another thing that I'm worried about is if I buy a house now, suddenly, it's all on me to make sure everything gets fixed and is ready to go. And oh wow, these people are still trying to sell this unit. There's an apartment complex right next door from where I am, and they have been trying to sell individual units for $65,000. Like, just to give you an idea, they're selling one right now, $65,000, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 638 square feet. But they want to sell the entire unit. And I'm like, I mean, I guess there's a way they're kind of doing it. Oh wow, it also shows home values for some of these other homes. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, like some of these other homes, some of the homes on Hewitt Drive. Here's one 1.4 million. This one's 1.8 million. That one's a solid million. Cool, I didn't know it gave some of these. Oh, this one's also $1 million. That one's all of these are about $1 million. Now these aren't for sale. It's just showing the home values. The most recent appraised value, 1.3 million. Let's see. That's 1.8 million. Yeah, all of these are $1 million houses here. 1.3, 1.6. They're all very nice houses. They're beautiful houses. And they have huge yards too. 1.2 million. Oh wow. This one is actually just a hair under $1 million. It's 950,000. But it's got a pool. So yeah, Hewitt Drive is what's my dream house? I just want something big enough to be able to, like live in it. I think if I had like a 3 or 4 bedroom house, I'd be perfectly happy with that because then I'd have a regular bedroom and then I'd have a room just like for my extra stuff. What the heck is this? Who is Leon and why are they sending me a direct message? Yeah, I have no idea what this is. We're getting rid of this. Sorry, somebody sent me a message. Anyways, let me get back to the game. Or no, let's get back to looking at houses. Oh, here's one that's actually not far from my location. Oh. Wait a second. Where is Ayers and... Oh. Oh, that's on the other side of Ayers, though. Okay. No, why are you showing me that one? I don't want to look at that. Wow, there's a house for sale back in my old stomping grounds on 17th Street, which is several miles from where I am now. But here it is, and they're only asking $83,000. They've actually, oh wow, this is actually a very nice house. What is the address on this? 1726. In Novi, Michigan? I can't move to Michigan, man. I think the cold weather would shock me the first couple of years. It would just completely do me in. But seriously, this house here, I mean, the neighborhood, it's not as bad as it was back in the day. It's actually better than it used to be. And this house is actually, it's small, but it's not terrible. It's 1,584 square feet. It's 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. Wow. And they're asking $83,000 for it. They've got pictures too. It's not terrible. Oh, it doesn't have like a dedicated driveway. I would have to lay down a driveway. Because it looks like a very, very old driveway where the grass is just kind of crept into it. You're saying look? I don't want to look. I'm looking at actual places where I could live. Oh, the ceiling in this house does not look good. Not the roof, the ceiling. Because I'm looking at indoor shots now. It's a very dated indoor, like, it's got like those old school, like, like hardwood walls from like the 70s and 80s. And then the ceiling looks awful. It looks like it's been patched and patched again. It does not look good. Oh, what is this a bedroom? What is this? Now I can see why this house is so cheap. There's a lot wrong with it. That looks like mold. Again, the outside looks nice, but the inside is, ugh, it needs work. Yeah, this is a bathroom. Okay, so this bathroom doesn't even have a toilet in it. It looks like a toilet got ripped out. And then it's like a stall shower. It doesn't even have a bathtub. Ugh, that looks gross. Okay, there's a bedroom. They don't even have ceiling fans. Well, there's one ceiling fan. It looks like they tried to make this place look nice, but it's... Yeah, if I were to buy something like this, I would have to throw in a ton of money. Yeah, I would... There's pretty much all of this stuff I would have to replace. I'd have to fix the bathroom. I'd have to tear that carpet out. It looks awful. They've got some tile flooring that has seen way better days. Yeah, this doesn't look great. Oh, that back door is hideous. It's got holes in it. Okay, never mind. Move to Dallas? No, Dallas is expensive, man. And it's hot. It is so hot. It's hotter in Dallas in the summer than it is here. Because here, yes, it's like 95, 96 degrees all the time. But we always have that nice little breeze that's coming in off the ocean. So it feels a little bit cooler, even though it's humid here. But in Dallas, not only is it humid, but it's like blisteringly hot. And part of the reason why it's so hot is because there's so much pavement. Like if I were to move to the Dallas area, I would not live in Dallas. No way. I would live way outside of the main Dallas area. I'd have to live in one of the suburbs, like way far from the suburbs. But like I was saying, oh, that's right. I forgot to say about San Antonio. One of the big reasons why I was thinking of moving to San Antonio is because San Antonio is a pretty big hub as far as commerce goes. So like shipping and ordering stuff would be much faster. Because every time I order something, it always takes an extra day to get to me because I'm not in a major city. Because like if I order something like from, like Los Angeles, it doesn't just come straight to me. It usually goes like from Los Angeles like to Dallas, or it goes from Los Angeles to San Antonio or to Houston. So yeah. It always takes an extra day because it'll take one day to go from LA to like San Antonio, and then it gets on a truck and it's, driven to me the next night. But yeah, Dallas is just way too hot, dude. I've been to Dallas, and the traffic is awful. I mean, it is just horrible how bad the traffic is. And it's really, really hot. It's very expensive there. In fact, I think it's not as expensive as Austin is, but at least Austin has a little something more to it. Cardassian space. Yeah, let's go to Cardassian space. Let's go to Bajor. Because at least Austin has some appeal. It's got some culture there. The universities are really good. There's a lot of high-tech businesses. If you order from China, you're going to be waiting a while, dude. You're going to be waiting a long while. Yeah, most if you're buying directly from China, it's going to take you at least a good 2 weeks to get it, at least. Oops, I didn't want to click that. Crap, I didn't mean to do that. Well, I guess we're transwarping now. Yep, where am I going? I know. I can turn a little bit. My turning radius is terrible right now. Can I go to Gongkra? Where's Gongkra? It's way up here, isn't it? Oh yeah, it is. What did you order anyway? That's another reason why I don't really like ordering from China, because it just takes so long. Some of the deals are good, but you're going to be waiting a while. Like if it's something that it's not like, like a major need, then I may order something from China. But a lot of the stuff that I buy, like trading cards, obviously I'm not going to be ordering those from China, because all of the stuff you get from China when it comes to things like trading cards, it's all going to be fake. It's all fake stuff. And even then, if you get it and you're like, oh, this is fake, what are you going to do? It's almost impossible to get refunds sometimes. 10 items, accessories. Oh, for like your phone and stuff? That's probably the most popular thing that I see small buyers buy from China. They'll usually order things like phone cases or screen covers or like cables, adapters. Interestingly enough, most of the more basic cables that you get, like USB cables, that kind of thing, or adapters that you get from China, most of those are pretty solid. Even the cheap ones, because I mean it's really not that hard to make an adapter. I mean, some of those adapters, and the moldings and whatnot have been around for years at this point, so it's very easy to make them. So stuff like that I would probably buy from China. Now there are certain companies that I would prefer to buy from. Hat and jewelry. Oh, okay. Jewelry from China. I have never purchased jewelry from China, but then again, I think I've only ever purchased jewelry one time. Yeah, I've only purchased jewelry once in my life. Defeat a Tholian captain. Oh, that's an interesting universal. So defeat a Tholian captain on Nukara. That shouldn't be too hard. I guess if you don't mind knockoff stuff, then I guess China's fine. Necklace for a woman. You buying her some of that that gold-plated. Like I said, I wouldn't trust jewelry. That's just my personal opinion. I wouldn't trust jewelry from China. The only stuff, like I said, that I would buy from China, like I know, like remember, I think I mentioned to you a while back. In fact, I remember telling you about how I was thinking of buying like an entire pallet of top loaders for trading cards. Like I was gonna get like 100,000 of them directly from China, and I was like perusing the various options and stuff like that. I don't mind buying from China because that's where it's made anyway. Yeah. Like we don't have any factories here in the U.S. that do that kind of stuff. We just don't, which is unfortunate. Because if there was a place here in the U.S. that made like homegrown, you know, things like top loaders or penny sleeves, I would definitely buy from them. I'm sure it would probably be a little bit more expensive, but I would get my product that much quicker. And if I had a problem with it, it'd be easy to get a replacement. Stainless steel jewelry with charms. Oh, okay. What grade of steel? That's another question, though. Yeah. One thing I would really want to buy from China, or, you know, actually, maybe I should do that. Because there are certain, because it's weird. The way that, how can I put this? A lot of stuff that you used to be able to buy, I don't know if it really operates this way anymore because of everything that's happened with Hong Kong, but I know like 10, 15 years ago, you could get stuff from Hong Kong, large items too, like PC cases, things that are pretty bulky and big, and you could buy them really cheap for like $20 and the shipping was like $1.50. And for the longest time I kind of always wondered how in the world can they afford to ship for that long. Well, I found out that the biggest reason they were doing that is because they wanted so badly for Hong Kong to be a hub of commerce that the state, like the area there, because Hong Kong was kind of like a city state, the state would subsidize shipping whenever international buyers were involved. So if, say, for instance, if I bought a computer case for $20, the reason why I only had to pay $1.50 for shipping was because that amount was being subsidized by the Hong Kong authorities, the government. So that's why everything was so cheap for the longest time, because I mean, someone somewhere along the way paid for it, but they just wanted to have more and more commerce come through, and so that's why they made it so cheap, which makes sense, but I don't know if they're doing that anymore. Took them 4 days to send you a tracking number. I don't know if I would even trust a tracking number from China. Because really, I mean, unless they're using like DHL, did they use DHL? Because DHL is really the only other like international shipping service that I've ever really dealt with, and they're not very good. They're pretty awful, to be honest. But when you don't have a lot of options, you just kind of have to take what you can get. I mean, you can do like FedEx International, but they're expensive. They're very expensive for international stuff. Same thing with UPS. Again, you can get the international stuff, but it's expensive. All this stuff is... Oh, okay. Here. I'm just kind of hanging around these guys, hoping that they'll kill everything for me. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I forgot. This particular boat has dual beam banks, which I'm not crazy about. Might not get my items and it's no refund. How did you pay? If you paid via PayPal, you'll probably be okay. But if you just gave me your credit card number, first off, if you did in fact give them your credit card number, I would immediately cancel it. Because there's a good chance that you're going to see some fraud on that thing now. But yeah, whenever you buy international like that, use like PayPal. PayPal's your best friend when it comes to stuff like that. But if it's a PayPal card, but still. Because what you can do is you don't even have to give them your PayPal card number. Like I have a PayPal card number, but I never use it. I just don't have to. Because I just use the links and stuff on the computer. Yeah, you definitely want to be careful when it comes to buying stuff from China. Again, I would think most Chinese sellers are fine, but it's always those handful that just screw you over that really kind of messes it up for the rest of them. Okay, why are you guys not activating the arrays? Look at them. They're not even they're just no. They're not even trying to activate the arrays. Come on, man. What are you all doing? Guess I'm doing this. The only thing I can guess is that maybe they've never been here before. Yeah, so apparently I'm going to activate all the arrays. There we go. Now we're going to get some people coming in. Ooh, the shields on this boat are not very good. You know, now that I'm thinking of it, I've been trying to find a really inexpensive computer case because I want to build like a real true. I don't want a server case per se, but I want a case that can house like 10 hard drives, that has 10 hard drive bays. And you'd be surprised how hard it is to find cases like that at an affordable price. Because it doesn't have to be like a brand name or anything like that. It doesn't have to be super fancy. It can be just like a metal box. But as long as it houses them and it's got a little airflow, it's fine. And I'm thinking what I may end up doing is just looking on a website like Alibaba or something like that, and see what case I can find with just like the cheapest shipping available. And if I can get it for like less than $50, I'll just buy that. You die! I mean, the ship actually does all right. It hits fairly hard. Not super hard, but fairly hard. And I do have Beam Overload 3 and Torp Spread 3, which is pretty nice. Okay, apparently my buddies who are here have completely left me here alone. They're like, no, we're not gonna stick around. What a bunch of jerks. Okay, yeah, the ship actually does hit pretty well. I just don't like dual beam banks that much. Like, I put them on this boat because I had never tried them, and they're fine, but you know, you just don't have nearly as much movement. And I'm not getting through. Ooh, I don't have any batteries. Yes, I know. I saw the ship going over there, but I gotta kill this thing. It says sent to UPS. Okay. Well, if it's UPS, that's not so bad. Yeah, if your tracking number starts with a Z, that's generally legit then. Come on, kill him. I would also say expect your package to arrive with like 5 layers of tape on it. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because I've seen videos of people in China getting orders and stuff ready, and a lot of times they will put it like in this kind of used funky box, but they'll wrap it in like 10 layers of packing tape just to make sure it gets to you, which, like I said, it's not necessarily a bad thing that they use so much tape. But it's just kind of funny to see him do that. Instead of spending the extra few pennies on getting a better box, they'll just spend like the extra many more pennies and spend it on tape. Which I think is funny. It's just funny to me. Die! Pew pew! This boat's actually not terrible. I keep saying that because I'm a little surprised. I don't remember really enjoying this. No! I didn't mean to fly into that, damn it. Oh, there we go. Now I got some help showing up here finally. Okay, we gotta go grab this guy. Where did you... What website did you order from? Like Alibaba? Oh, he took off. There's Alibaba, and then I think there's one more website that it's pretty popular for people to buy from. I forget exactly what it's called though. Just don't buy from Wish. Do not buy from Wish.com. Or if you do, be absolutely 100% certain that you get buyer protection. Yeah, I've seen so many horror stories when it comes to buying stuff from Wish. I was actually tempted to buy from Wish just to see if it was true, but I'm like, nah, I don't want to waste my money. It's been confirmed far too many times that if you buy from Wish, it's like a roll of the dice. But yeah, did you get from Alibaba? Trying to think now. I know there's like one more website. Oh, Fullerton. Okay, that's actually normal. That's actually good. So what probably happened, again, that's why I'm wondering what website you bought it from. Because there are people that import directly from China all the time that live in California. And they ship from California, which is good. Usually those sellers are fine. So yeah, if it's being shipped directly from California, you're probably fine. You probably don't have anything to worry about then. Because like the owner of Cardboard Gold, all of his product comes from China. But he's out of Oregon, and pretty much every order that I've gotten from him, which is like a couple of dozen at this point, they've all come from Oregon, and they've all taken about the right amount of time, and everything was fine. But yeah, a lot of people do that. A lot of sellers will do that. They'll order in bulk from China. Like if you go to websites like Alibaba, it'll tell you like if you buy one, here's the price. But if you buy like 2 to 5, you get a better price. If you buy like 5 to 20, you get an even better, and so on and so forth. And if you buy like 10,000, then you can negotiate rates, that sort of thing. Hey, German. But yeah, sometimes what they'll do is they'll just buy huge bulk like that, like for even small items, like, like extension cords, stuff like that you can get pretty cheap from China, and they'll buy like 10,000 of them. And they'll only pay like $1 or so for each one, but then they take them and they relist them and they sell them for, like $5 and make a little money. That's actually very, very common in California. Yes, German, we're just talking about ordering from China and Chinese sellers that actually ship from the US. Yeah, as I'm doing the Zenkethi battle zone. It's always those 3 zones in the middle that take forever to get. I don't think there's very many people here in this map, are there? Well, there's 8 of us. I bet they're all in the center, though. They always hang out in these areas. The bees, the betas. That's where they always hang. Oh, wow. There's a lot of enemies there. Okay, yeah, I'm not going in there. Not alone. Look at all that. Yeah, in this ship I would get crushed. If I were in one of my science ships, I'd be fine, but... Yeah, and oh. Oh, same thing here. Where are they? Oh, maybe they're... Well, it says here that this is contested. But I don't see anybody here. I'm... Oh, crap, I'm in battle. Yeah. No, get away! Yeah, they're probably going to be over here then. Oh, they're probably doing the tow. The asteroid thing. It is not surprising to see somebody from Germany watching Star Trek. And I mean that in the most pleasant way, because I know Star Trek is actually pretty big over in Germany. Yeah, it looks like they're all over here. At least this guy is. Dang Guang leaving the warehouse. Dang Guang? Well, you just said it was from Fullerton. Dang Guang actually sounds like somebody's name. Maybe that's the seller's name, like his actual name. Or maybe that's the name of their business. It's very possible. Heck, I'd say just give me the damn the damn tracking number and I'll look myself. Those are updates from the tracking. A neighbor of mine once had problems with an Electronatil from China. Well noticed it was probably not from Wish, but already had a loan that the driver installation for the... Ooh. Yeah, we were just talking about Wish too. I was like, yeah, don't ever buy from Wish. The only time you should ever buy from Wish is if you're completely willing to just light that money on fire, or if you get buyer protection. I just cleared all the asteroids. I think what this person was doing is they were just trying to set it up so they could do it all at once. Which I kind of get, but it's kind of dumb at the same time. Yeah, you gotta be careful when you buy from places like Wish. It's... I mean, there are some legit sellers on Wish, so I'm not gonna hate on it completely, but again, you really gotta keep your expectations low when it comes, especially for electronics. Oh yeah, you gotta keep your expectations real low, because chances are you're not gonna get what you thought you were buying. Because I've heard of people buying stuff like, especially like GPUs from Wish, and they'll pay like $200 for it as apparently like a 3070 or a 3080. And first off, I'm like, why in the world would you think you're gonna get a 3080 for $200? And then be surprised when you obviously don't get a 3080 when it arrives, and it's usually like some knockoff sort of GPU. And when you take it apart and you check out the processor, it's really like an old like 1030 or something. It's like, of course you're never gonna get stuff like that for cheap. You're just not. The only time I could see anybody getting a 3080 for dirt cheap would be as if the dang thing was broken and it was probably unrepairable. It's the only time I would think somebody would get something like that. China firecracker? Well, see, again, I was talking about that earlier, is that there are some really crappy brands that come out of China, but you also have to remember a lot of good stuff comes out of China too. It's just a matter of, is there anybody, overseeing the production of stuff? Like, there's this brand that I saw not that long ago called Great Wall. It was a power supply unit called Great Wall, and at first thought, and it says straight up it's made in China. And some people at first look would probably think, oh, it's some cheap PSU. And to be honest, it did look cheap. It was in just a regular silver case. It didn't have anything fancy on it, no fancy stickers or anything like that. But as it turns out, Great Wall actually makes a lot of PSUs for other companies like EVGA or for Corsair. And of course, those Corsair ones and the EVGA ones, those are solid. Those are solid PSUs. So that particular brand is fine, actually. Oh crap! I got nailed there. Yeah, you kind of have to. That's the thing about China, is you kind of have to dig around a little bit. Like, what I would do if you were looking to get something inexpensive, like from a brand that you just don't really know, or it just sounds like a very off brand, I would just kind of dig into them a little more and see, like, because again, companies like Corsair, EVGA, even Rosewill, which is like the new Egg House brand, they're fine. Those power supply units are perfectly acceptable. They're perfectly fine, but they don't actually manufacture them themselves. They outsource to somebody over in China. I think, I'm trying to remember, because I know Cooler Master, which again has been around for a long time, they're a Chinese brand, if I remember. And again, their power supplies are perfectly fine. They're perfectly adequate. They work. They come with decent warranties. You just kind of have to, be a little careful and go check reviews, that sort of stuff. In fact, I think it was a Linus Tech Tips video where they did a video where they bought, like, I think it was, what was it, like a 1200 watt power supply for like $50. It was like some stupid cheap power supply. Yeah, I think they paid like $50 for like a 1200 watt, which is unheard of. You just don't get 1200 watts, for $50. It's just, just doesn't happen. But they bought it and they're like, well, we're going to put it through its paces. And interestingly enough, the power supply was fine. It passed all their tests. They pushed it. They were able to get 1200 watts out of it. And they were like, yeah, even we're surprised. This thing's fine. Now, long term, obviously they don't know. Because that's the big thing with power supply units. A power supply is one of those things where you just want to buy it and kind of forget about it. Like, you put it into service and then you just don't want to have to worry about it for several years. So, yeah, I mean, just using a power supply for one afternoon, you can't really get a good feel for how it may last long term. But I think that's why it's always still good to kind of maybe stick with brands like EVGA and Corsair. Silverstone, that's a great brand. Yeah, you stick with those guys because they will give you like 5, 7, 10-year warranties. I see Dre went back over to Wish.com out of curiosity. I'm gonna go to Wish. They got any good stuff on Wish? They have the weirdest products ever on Wish. Other current voltage on, so he bought some light for his new bathroom, put a dimmer or something between to have the China voltage. Oh, the EU. Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes you have to really consider that stuff. And again, because so much stuff is made in China, you can actually, whenever you're buying stuff like that, depending on who you're buying from, you can usually, what they'll do is they'll take a look at your address that they're going to send it to, and they will just send you one that would definitely work in the area, at least where the address is. Like, if, I'm here in the States, so we do 120. So if I were to buy something from China, they would just send me something that it would immediately plug into 120 and work just fine. But again, sometimes it really depends on who you're buying from. He had to buy some cheap stuff for his bathroom. Light bulbs are a little different. I'm pretty familiar with, how the most power supply units have that little switch in the back where you can switch between American and and European standards. That's pretty nice, but I'm obviously you can't do that with light bulbs. Now, I imagine if you could do that with a light bulb, it's probably a pretty expensive light bulb. Okay, oh, there they are. I was like, where are the guys coming from? They're not here. There they are. Who do I want to take? The big guy or the three little guys? I think we're going to go for the three little guys. Move! Ouch! That stung. So one of the big things I'm not really crazy about when it comes to Romulan birds is they always have the lower power settings, so you always have to kind of make up for them. So yeah, that's why I'm not able... My engine setting is low as it is, but... Last monitor that I bought have two different power cables, one for EU and one for US. That actually makes sense too. Yeah. We'll occasionally get stuff like that too, but we don't normally get two cables. We'll usually just get like if we buy something that is kind of, I guess, kind of, you know, just sold globally and they didn't want to make different versions, is they will send us just send us an extra adapter so that we can adapt it if it happens to be in a location that, you know, doesn't fit. Yeah, it's kind of like those little travel adapters that you can buy. So like if you're traveling through the EU and you happen to, you know, come over to the States or something, you can always just adapt it. In fact, I think... What was the last item I bought where I got an adapter like that? Huh. It's actually been a little while. The heck did I... Yeah, I honestly can't remember now. I guess it has been a while. Speaking of monitors, I really want a new monitor. Like I have my 21:9 monitor that I use for editing. It's still good. It's perfectly fine. And then I have my 27-inch, which is just the standard 16:9, which I don't mind the size. The size is fine, but I don't want to do 60 hertz anymore. I want at least 144 hertz. And not only that, but I want to move up to 1440. I mean, my setup can definitely handle 1440, no problem. I just, you know, just haven't felt like putting out the extra money for a monitor. And I would feel bad too, because it's like, well, you know, now I've got this extra monitor that's perfectly fine, but you have 3 60 hertz monitors? Yeah, both of my monitors are 60 hertz. Like I said, the only difference is that on my ultra wide, that's what I use for editing. And I'm going to be getting a new GPU here pretty soon, so... And the one that I'm looking at definitely does 1440 easily. And it can probably push 200 frames per second, depending on the game. Oh, you have 4? The last one I forgot because it's from the old PC. Oh, okay. I actually have a couple of other monitors that I have on different machines. Like I have a Chromebox that I use in my bedroom. I have a monitor on that, and then I've got another one that's just put away in my closet that I never use. It's just sort of there. The only time I break it out is when I have to screw around with my Plex server. Because most of the time, once you set up the Plex server, you need a monitor the first time you set it up, but after that, you don't really need a monitor. Just let it do its thing. Oh my gosh. Keep losing these areas. Are there still 8 of us here? Oh, there's 4 of us. Some people left. Older, 3x4, 17-inch. Old school, man. I actually never had a flat panel 4x3 screen. The the last one I got before I went flat screen, like widescreen flat screen, was a big old giant 17-inch CRT. The dang thing weighed like 35 pounds. it was so heavy, but it looked good. It had a great screen. The resolution was great. Here's the 32. I was actually using a 48-inch television for a while as a screen, but I eventually just sent it back to the bedroom. I mean, it looks really cool to see your game that big. Unfortunately, you know, when you use a television that's not really meant, you know, for gaming, that sort of thing, it looks fine, but it doesn't look as good as like a dedicated monitor would look. So yeah, right now I'm kind of on the hunt for a 27-inch 144 hertz that does at least 1440p. I may settle for 120 hertz, but I figure if I'm going to spend the money and get one, might as well go at least 144. I know there are some that do even more than that, but I figure anything more than 144 hertz is just kind of overkill for me. Do I even want to mess with this right now? Nobody's really around either. Yeah, they're over here. You know, I think I'm gonna go to Nukara and try to beat a Tholian. Your last tube monitor that you had was a 19-inch from 11 years ago. Yeah, that 17-inch CRT monitor that I had it for probably about 10, 11 years. And then when I got divorced back in 2009, I actually left it with my ex-wife, and I have no idea what she did with it. I'm assuming that she just got rid of it, which is unfortunate because, like I said, they're CRTs, but CRTs, they have a little something about them, especially when it comes to like old school gaming, like classic gaming. They've got a little something because certain games, especially when you go back into like the late 80s, early 90s era of games, when you play those games, they just look better on a CRT screen. So that's why I'm kind of bummed that it's like I look back at that now and I'm like, darn, I should have tried to get that CRT back from her. Because yeah, like if you take, and I've seen it myself when I actually hooked up my old school NES, like the old gray one, and I hooked it up. I got it ported into where I could see it here with my computer on my monitor. It looked cool because it's like, oh, I get to play these old games again. But you can just tell by the way the game looks, it wasn't really meant to go on a screen like this. So yeah. Uh-oh, I didn't even realize that my little character is just kind of just hanging there. Hold on. Hey, there we are. Okay, good. She's fine now. But yeah, some of the older games just look better. Last console was a Sega Master System. 1 and 2 and the 8. Oh, we had a Sega Master System. My brother and I had it. Unfortunately, my brother had a very bad habit of loaning things like that out. So we actually had a Nintendo. He lent it out to somebody, and they stole it. My mother was obviously angry, but she saw it in her heart to get us something else, and so she got us the old school Sega Master System, and we had that for several months. And again, my brother lent it out to another one of his friends, and poof, gone. And then on top of that, I finally convinced my father at some point to buy me the old school clunky chunky Game Boy, and I had that, and you can guess what happened to it. Yeah, after that my mom was like, we're not getting any more consoles, forget it. I couldn't blame her at that point because my brother was just like, come on, man, at some point you just gotta say no. Just say no, man. Let's see, where am I going here? Oh, Beta Quadrant. Let's go to Drazona. But thankfully, I was able to get my hands on an old gray box, that still works. So I still have that one. I also have a Super NES that still works. I've got a PlayStation 1, a PlayStation 2. I never got the PlayStation 3. I almost did, but they were sold out when I went to go get one. Because I almost got the PlayStation 3 like right after the PlayStation 4 came out. So I found a place that was clearancing them out for like $70. And I was like, holy crap. And so I got there and I'm like, would you still happen to have one of those $70 PS3s? And they were like, nah, we just sold out. I was like, no. So I just barely missed it. But yeah, I was that close. Because even if I didn't really care for it as a gaming system, it still had Blu-ray. So I still would have been able to watch movies on it. Let's go to Nukara. Oh, does she? Oh, I think she does have a suit. I'm pretty sure she has a suit. Yeah, she does. Okay. Okay, so I gotta kill a captain. I guess we're going to Ford Camp Charlie. Maybe I'll just run into somebody there. I actually missed the old school Sega Master System because it had a built-in game that a lot of people didn't even realize it had. It was a goofy little game, but it was a game. Interactive. Play more as I watch films. As far as consoles, I avoid the Xbox and PS stuff now. I actually did buy a Nintendo Switch, and I do still use it almost every day. So it was worth the purchase. I got it like right before all the pandemic stuff hit. So thankfully I didn't pay any exorbitant prices for it. In fact, I got it on sale. So that was pretty nice. Oh, transdimensional tech. Oh, I don't want to do this. No, we're not going in there. But yeah, I only bought it because a couple of years ago, like 2.5 years ago, that game. What was it called? It was one of the Yu-Gi-Oh games, and it was only at the time it was only available on Switch, and I really wanted to play it, so that's why I bought the Switch. I bought the Switch and I bought the game the same day, and I loved it. The game was great. But then my friends started getting me into Pokemon, so I started buying the Pokemon games, and so that's what I've been doing with it now. Just playing Pokemon. I have no idea how to summon a captain. I'm almost never on this planet, so I have no idea how this works. Contact base camp. Oh, there's quests and stuff here. Medium, rescuing red shirts. Is that? Hold on. Oh, is that where you recommend for a team of 2 to 3 players? Oh, I think this is where you go and you shoot these little guys down. Oh my god, somebody's cooking. Yeah, I think my neighbor's cooking. Send Tholian radiation pulse to summon Tholian project leader. How do I do that? Let's just... Oh, no, don't fall. Don't fall. I have no clue how to do this. I'm trying to think if there's like a mission. Oh, there is a mission where I can face a Tholian captain that I actually wouldn't mind doing. What's it called? The stomach already hangs between the back of the knees? What? I'm guessing there's a little confusion in the translation there. No idea what that means. It's happened. Okay, what is that? I know there's a Tholian. I can't remember which. Cardassian struggle. Oh, I think it's in yesterday's war, is it? Oh, Temporal Ambassador. I don't really want to play that one, though. Core of the Matter, Vorgon, Terminal Expanse. Oh, I think... Is it... I can't remember if it's Sunrise or Stormbound. Because I know you defeat them in space. Hold on. The activity of war is fine, Leo. We can this is and securing the future of the Romulan Republic. To head there. Recently learned that an unexplored... Okay, that's not it. I think it's Stormbound. It's falling into the hands of the Tholians. Our intelligence indicates increased Tholian activity in the Nakul system. Caldana believes they're trying to interfere with the Nakul in the present because of actions they will take in the future. Well, heck. I can't remember which one it is. It's not Ragnarok, I know that. Temple Integrity Commission. We've been contacted by the Federation from the 29th century. Their Temple Integrity Commission is charged with protecting the timeline. I think it is Stormbound. I'm pretty sure it's Stormbound. Because this is where I go and get it back. Yeah, let's just go do that. That's a bit more exciting than just waiting around for somebody to possibly summon a captain. What's my mission? Well, I'm trying to do this. It's one of my endeavors. It says defeat a Tholian captain. Oh, crap. It specifically says I have to do it on Nukara. I just saw that. Ugh. Damn it. So much for that. It doesn't give a direct translation. That's what I figured. Some words I've noticed some words in German don't translate very well into other languages. It's kind of weird like that. I guess I have to go back to Nukara. So you so hungry you could eat a horse or oh. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Oh, I'm not hungry. I can just smell that somebody's cooking. Well, I guess I'm going back to Nukara. Where am I? Oh man, I'm all the way back over here. I can probably just go over here again. Sherman, New Romulus, Beta Quadrant, Drusilla. Okay, it's not taking me. Please don't be broken. But it's broken. Okay, we're gonna have to try something else. New Romulus system. There we go. Now you're hungry. So I guess I do have to go to Nukara, which is bum. I could, well, I don't think I can reset the... I don't think I can reset that endeavor. Hold on. No, I can't. Darn. Yeah, I can't re-roll this one. It doesn't give a lot of endeavor points, but it does give a good reward. And it's there for 2 days. Well, back to Nukara we go. Taking your time for diabetes. It's time for insulin. Dre, did you go find more stuff to order from China? Yeah, you never told me what website it was. You're just like, it really was Wish. It's fine. If it's a Wish, it's fine. Usually. What we got here? We got Aloof Researchers Memoria has sold. There we go, Alibaba. All right, let's see. How about, let's see. Computer case. Wow. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff I was talking about. Desktop ATX Micro gaming case. $15.90, but you have to order 500 of them. The great price, but you gotta order a whole bunch. Let me see what else they got. There are some here that only require a single piece. Let's see, that one's too small. Here's another one, $5.10. You gotta order at least 500 of them though. Another one, $8.60, 500 minimum. Oh, this one's not so bad. $18, but you gotta order at least 10. A little more reasonable. Oh my god, this one's cool. Anime ATX. It's got a picture of an anime character on it. 2-piece minimum, and they're $35. That's actually not bad. What's the shipping, though? The shipping is probably horrible. Let's see. Yeah, for 2 pieces, it's, let me see. 3-piece. Oh, wow, they have different variations. Oh, that's weird. Oh, they've got, okay, so these are basically, these are unlicensed. Look, they have one with Kobe Bryant on it. Okay. They have one with Kobe, they have one with Pikachu, they have one from that show One Piece, and then they've got just like random anime girls. Okay, so you can't just order it here, you actually have to talk to the guy there. Okay. Let me see. Supports 8 fans, water cooling, tempered glass. Is it actual tempered glass or is it just acrylic? That's that would be my big worry there, because if it's just I mean, it's fine if it's acrylic, but don't tell me it's tempered glass and then it arrives and it's frickin' acrylic. Okay, I still gotta go find out where I can... I'm guessing it's gonna be over here at Charlie. I think I want to use my little pistol. Oh! Who's hitting me? You little jerk. Pew pew. Pew pew to your face, buddy. Get off me, spider boy. Oh crap, there's a lot of them. Ah, there's more of them. Yeah, this staff is much stronger than the little gun. Yeah, again, I have no idea how to do this. I wonder if it put that up there because it thought I was going to go into that instance. I'm going to get a little help on this. Let me see. Endeavor. Oh, wait a second though. Doesn't fulfill the. Oh, okay, yeah. Never mind. Nope, the new Romulus one won't work. Just tried dimensional tactics. It works. To skip it, actually not finish it. Universal in a while because it never seems worth the effort. So I guess I am gonna have to go in there, which is kind of goofy. Oh my god, what happened to my eyes? What did you do to my eyes? Yeah, my eyes are broken apparently. Where are you? Oh, I gotta fix my eyes here. There we go. No! Come on. Where are you? Okay, hold on. Why are my eyes so goofy? Stop it. I broke my eyes. Do I even really need to have that little character here anyway? It doesn't matter. Just close it. It's just taking up CPU cycles. It doesn't matter. Well, apparently I have to do dimensional tactics. Somebody says that works doing that. Okay, well I guess I'm gonna go do this then. Guess is it going in here? I think it was in here. I don't know if it's. Yeah, enter area. Well, it just queued me, but I don't want to do elite difficulty, not with this character. She's not buffed enough. Yeah, I guess we're gonna go do this. The bad thing about this is that this character doesn't really hit all that hard on the ground. Oh my god, that's so dumb. What? It says don't take damage from acid. I didn't even go in the acid. Can you send the stupid pulse already, please? There we go. Are you serious? What? I can't even see what's happening now. Where am I? Dude, I can't get out of here. I'm stuck. Oh, there we go. Okay. Ow! Who put the obelisk there? Man, I'm barely even hitting this thing. Ugh, it's annoying. Oh my freaking god. Okay, I should have hit this thing enough times. Okay, I actually have threat on it. Oh my god. Oh, I'm in the acid. I didn't realize that. That knockback is annoying. Yeah, didn't give it to me. Yeah, same thing that everybody else was saying. It didn't give it to him. That's BS. And I hit it plenty. I mean, I didn't do most of the damage, but I did at least some. Oh, it put me back into space. Yeah, see, I did exactly what it asked me to do, and it didn't complete. So I guess that advice was wrong. Tholian captain on Yukara. Yeah, same thing here. Yeah, a lot of messages here, people saying that this one just isn't. Let me see. Here we go. Personal endeavor tips. Deal damage, defeat foes. Let's see. Tholians. It doesn't say anything about Tholian captains. Yeah, there's nothing here about the Tholian captain. Wow. I guess this is one of those ones I'm just gonna have to skip. That's unfortunate. Well, there aren't, it says here there aren't any free range captains in the actual Nukara battle zone. That's unfortunate. You know what it might be? Because I'm seeing here a lot of people are saying that they go through it, but they don't get credit for it, just like I didn't get credit. I'm guessing that they probably need to do the kill shot. And since I probably didn't get the kill shot, that's probably what happened. That's stupid. Well, then doing it with this character is going to be very difficult. I don't even know if I want to even go for it then. That seems like a real pain in the butt. What's over here? Explore cave system. Aren't there any Tholian captains down here? I don't think I've ever actually been in here. Oh, I think I know what this is. Oh, well, you know, if I went to level 3, there'd probably be a captain there. Maybe? Let me see. Oh, no. Queued for self-destructive tendencies. No! That is so dumb. Why does it do that? No, clear queues. Wow, so it's not like on Defura where there are preset levels there. Here it just throws you into missions, which is unlike that. Oh wait, hold on. Door here. Ah! Well, we saw a lieutenant there. Yeah, it's going to be pretty difficult to... I doubt there's going to be a captain down here. Probably just a bunch of ensigns and maybe some lieutenants. That first dude was just like, I don't care. And then his friend called and he was like, hey, come back! There's a human here! He's like, oh, alright. Another ensign. Yeah, I doubt there's gonna be... Ooh, that's a lieutenant. Frozen! You're like, I'm stuck! What are you gonna do to me? I'm gonna bonk you on the head. Bonk. Look, there's people in the corner. What are they doing? What are you guys doing over here? Okay. Like, we just like the corner. It's really cool. One day in the corner. Ah! More of them. It's so weird. They're just hanging out in the corner. Okay, well... Oh, what is this? Okay. There's something... Okay, I'm guessing this is obviously bugged. There's like a whole crew of people here. Who is this? Let's see, we got a couple of cats, a couple of... Well, actually, we have 3 Andorians, 2 cats, and a human. Okay. Off me, spider. Yeah, there's not going to be a captain down here. I think I'm just wasting my time. Can I queue for transdimensional tactics again? I guess I can try. I can't remember what ability she had. Dampening field. Okay, stasis. Chronoton jolt. Okay. Alright, well let's... Actually, I don't want to beam to this ship. Ah! Jerk. Get off me. You get the frozen. Keep your hands up where I can see them. You bastard. Little zappy. I should probably just exit this area. I still don't get what the Tholians don't like us. Oh, there's somebody else in here looking for captains. There's no captains in here, bud. Good on clan. Oh. Oh, okay, I see what they're doing. I think they're going in there to try to kill the captain in there, too. That's where all these people are, yeah. Because this queues them. Well... Hold on. Oh! Oh! Okay. Oh, lots of lieutenants. Yeah, I think there's just more lieutenants in here. I don't think there's any captains. Stay frozen, you little jerk. This guy's just like... I think he's just waiting for me to kill him. I'm gonna leave that guy there. I'm gonna leave the frozen guy there and see if he attacks. Oh no, he's coming after me. Oh, jeez. I'm so used to playing an engineer, and so now that I don't have any of my bombs, it's like, oh, I just gotta shoot these guys. I think these are all lieutenants. These are all lieutenants. Darn it! Well, this was not the answer I was hoping for. Oh, that guy's dying. Oh, he's gonna get... Oh! He's in trouble. Dude! Ooh, okay, he died. A little too much for him there. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna do this thing. I don't have a choice. I've never done this one either. While I'm waiting, I'm gonna go back to Alibaba. Looking at computer cases. No, I don't need 500. I just need one. Just one, please. Ready to ship. One piece for 90. Let's see. Well, that's the same price as buying one here. Oh my god. I found one for $20 But it's $328 to ship it. A little expensive. A little expensive for the shipping. Oh, this one's not bad, but it's a 10-piece minimum. Wow, okay, so you could actually buy... What is that, is that a mini ATX? That's actually not terrible. It's $7 per unit, and you only have to order 10 of them. So I could order them, get them sent to me, pay the $70, and then just sell the others. I'm not doing that. Oh, this... Oh, that's mini ITX Slim. I don't want ITX. I mean, seriously, how? I mean, why is just a regular old aluminum box so expensive? It doesn't even have to be fancy. Man, this queue is taking long. I didn't expect the queue to take this long. Ugh, it sucks. That's on cooldown. 15 minutes. Yeah, I can't even go back into that if I wanted to. Yeah, another dumb one. They'll sell you they'll sell you the case for $15, but it's $110 to ship it. Which is kind of understandable, but still, it's just 50-piece minimum. One minimum. Yeah, this is pointless. I might as well just go to Amazon and buy something there. Let's see. Computer case. Let's see. Absolute dirt cheap piece of junk. Just a steel box with holes in it. Can't even find that. I got test benches. I don't want a test bench. What is this? Really? Computer case. Never mind. Some of the stuff they clump together, the organization is really weird on Amazon sometimes. Like, there'll be just like this really oddball item. Like, I'll put in like computer case and it will show like a bra, like a woman's bra. it's like, what? Who organized this? I mean, thank you for offering, but I don't really need that. Oh. Oh, that's just a... Oh, it's an ITX acrylic. Never mind, I don't want that. Need something to hold hard drives. I don't think there's anything to hold hard drives. Man, this queue is taking forever. I'll give this queue like another couple minutes. If not, then... Zalman. Let me see. Altex. What is the cheapest computer case Altex has? Let's see, by price. No, not by most popular. $80. Really, that's it? That's all they have here? Wow, their selection sucks. Okay, I'm just going to do a broad search here. Computer case for sale. Near me. Oh, here's one on Newegg. I don't think... that doesn't have a lot of hard drive bays. Oh, this one looks good. Let me see. How many hard drive bays? 2 internal, 3. Oh, really? Only 2? Ugh, that's not nearly enough. Come on, man. I need at least 10. What's this? Yeah, I'm getting that. Fractal design. At this rate, I might as well just 3D print one. Oh, here we go. Look, we're in. Yay! Well, this one looks okay. How many hard drive cages? I'm just waiting for it to load me in. Until it loads me in, there's no point in. Addressable RGB. I don't need RGB. Wow, this thing will not tell me how many hard drives it holds. These are all the same picture. Okay, yeah, that doesn't... That has like... That holds like 2 hard drives. That's not... Yeah. Alright. Let's see if we can do this. Self-destructive tendencies. Yeah, I have no idea how this works. Most of the ship's major components have been removed. Okay. The event will... What? The event will not begin until your team initiates self-destruction. Okay. Oh, I think I have done this one before. I think. Yeah, this one is not... Oh, well, here we go. I guess we're starting. Oops, careful. Oh, we got a commander. Those are Borg. Der Berg. I'm just gonna let those other people handle the explosions. I'm just gonna shoot stuff. Oh. Okay. He turned blue for a second. Use no more than 5 consoles. Oops. So much for that. Wow, I can't shoot that guy from here. Oh wow, it started raining. Oh crap. Okay. Got a zappy zap. Oh, I'm starting to get popped here. Why is our engineer not putting down explosives? We're gonna die. Oh, there's the captain. Yay! Really? Ah! We failed. I can see why nobody likes doing this one. Take all these items here. I'm getting something out of this, dang it. I'm taking that egg. Kneading on everything here, you jerks. Give me the hypo. I rolled a 2! But I got the egg. Yay! Got a Casper egg. I think I'm done. I'm gonna go explore computer cases. Thanks for hanging out. Goodbye.